would like to talk about today is talking about your supply chain and aligning that for high volume, scalable manufacturing, and see how we can help you along that process to make sure that you can meet your long-term manufacturing needs. You know, DSA partners with some of the most recognized and reputable names in the industry, so Nordson Medical, Euroflex, ATL Technologies, and the list goes on. And after we're done here, we'll be happy to talk about all those specific applications and opportunities that we have to partner with your businesses. But DSA has been in business for over 40 years, and we've been a reputable name ourselves in helping to find the right partners for businesses as they grow and scale into high volume manufacturing. There's lots of different ways that we help with your teams. And oftentimes what we see is that we're helping you mostly in that design and development phase. And that design and development phase, you know, where we can help you is with quick lead times and low cost on prototyping. The challenge with that sometimes is when that stuff starts to move through into the regulatory process and goes through clinical, may come out on this end and not be the most efficient supply chain that you may want. So what I'd like to talk about today is how we can help you once you get into this stage and help you scale up again into the right manufacturing processes and techniques to carry you across the finish line so that you can get into high volume manufacturing and continue to see year-over-year cost savings. We've talked to our customers and they told us there's really three things that they care about once they get into those that volume manufacturing, and that's you have to have the right quality systems and you have to have the right quality of the components and the assemblies that we provide to you. You have to have the ability to reduce our cost. And again, what we see is down in that early stage development, lead time is the most important thing. Cost is usually secondary, and we think there's an opportunity for your teams to see reduced cost as we kind of move into that higher scale manufacturing. And the last is risk mitigation. You know, the last thing your teams want to see is a line down situation or not be able to meet your customer demands. That's really what seems to keep the operations teams from sleeping at night. So I'd like to talk about a couple of strategies on how we may be able to help with these different issues. The first is related to cost reduction. You know, one thing that we actually do as a free service is talk about a COGS reduction process. And what we like to do is come in and partner with you to look at where your pain points are on your current assemblies. You know, do you have components that maybe are very expensive? Where is the majority of your cost coming from within your COGS model? And then we look at those pain points and figure out if we've got better options for you. Maybe there's a different manufacturing process. Maybe there's another partner that has the ability to scale up higher productions and through that overall reduce the cost. Maybe it's with improving your supply chain. Oftentimes we see that as devices scale up into that high volume manufacturing, the supply chains are very, very complex, with products leaving the facility and coming back many times, and each time it comes back it has to see additional inspections. So it may come in as a tube, go out and get a secondary process done on it, come back and get inspected, and then go out for maybe a surface modification. Well, we can help you look at that supply chain and see where we might be able to do that under one roof or manage that supply chain for you so that instead of writing 3 or 4 purchase orders, you write one purchase order with one of our partners and we manage that for you. And then of course, geography matters when we talk about cost as well. So, as things scale up, and if labor content is a big part of your device, then obviously we have to find a way to do this in a lower cost environment. We have many design and development facilities in Minnesota, in California. Those traditionally are not the least expensive manufacturing locations in the world. So many of our partners have developed sites in China, in Mexico, in Costa Rica, in Puerto Rico, in Ireland. And we have local teams in both the development centers as well as the locations in the low-cost environments, so we can help make that transfer a little more seamless. So again, quality matters as well. I mean, if we can't build you a high-quality component or assembly, then that doesn't really help you out. Most of our facilities are ISO 13485, or they are registered with the FDA as finished device manufacturers. So what goes along with that is that we are regularly audited by both the FDA and the notified bodies, as well as our customers. And ultimately what this all comes down to is we need to minimize the risk for you and your teams. And we can do that a number of ways. And one of the things that the industry is really kind of starting out to understand the need for is second sourcing and shared sourcing. So if you have all of your components, all of your assemblies coming from one facility, from one partner, whether it be an earthquake, a tsunami, all those things that we've heard of recently, or financial risk, it's better to share that so you can ramp up the second supplier and not lose your ability to meet your customers' demands. Again, scalable manufacturing processes, making sure that we can manufacture and meet your demand, whether it's 100,000 pieces in some cases or 1 million pieces in others. And then lastly, just making sure that again we can add some value by doing more to your components. So to do this, what we really need to do is dive in a little bit deeper and understand what your vision is. If you're a startup and you're looking to be acquired, what does that mean for some of those things like quality and regulatory? Many of our suppliers being audited by those major medical device companies, that means they're on their ASL. Wouldn't it be great if your ASL looked a little bit like the person acquiring you? Then we can come in once we understand what you need from us and look at the supply chain and make sure that we are working towards a solution that improves your supply chain, again, through all of those things. By looking at second sourcing opportunities, by looking at increasing or improving your supply chain, minimizing the number of suppliers you have to go out and audit. And lastly, we have to get down into the weeds and understand exactly where your pain points are within your device. So, DSA, again, has been around a long time. We have experts on our team ready to help, and look forward to engaging with you a little bit more.